People who live a solitary, lone wolf life are a very special kind of people. They are never ordinary, either extremely bright or extremely dark. Especially when someone has once fallen to the deepest bottom of their life and managed to climb out alone, it must be understood that this person no longer operates on a normal emotional system. Someone who truly crawls out of the abyss with their own hands has undergone a complete inner transformation. During that darkest period, no one stayed long enough. No one carried even a part of the pain. No one answered the sleepless nights of despair. All resentment and unwillingness were swallowed in silence. So when they change, don't blame them. The old version of them died long ago. These people often appear easygoing on the surface, but inside they possess an extremely solid inner core of security. They don't need praise to believe in themselves, nor do they need a crowd to feel their worth. Their self-worth has been firmly locked into their own inner strength. That's why they dare to walk alone, dare to take responsibility for every choice, and dare to face any adversity without backing from anyone. They see through people very quickly. High insight, sharp observation, concise reactions, decisive handling. You'll find them both warm and cold, compassionate yet razor sharp. Not because they are contradictory, but because they clearly distinguish who is worthy and who is not. They may not help you, but they will never harm you. They dislike gatherings, gossip, moral performances, and calculating behind others' backs. To them, time spent alone, settling their inner world, is far more valuable than crowded conversations with empty content. They are not arrogant. Their inner threshold is simply very high. They don't need many relationships, only the right ones. That's why it's difficult for outsiders to enter their world. Only when they meet their own kind do they truly open up, and then their warmth often surprises people. Someone who has walked out of darkness no longer sees life through simple lines of good and evil. They understand clearly that good and bad are merely two sides of interest in different situations. What they care about is not fleeting emotion, but the goal. These people possess a rare ability. They do not cling to glory when things go well, but when driven into a corner, they can use a terrifying willpower to shatter every expectation. No noise, no explanations. One eruption is enough to silence everything. Such people often carry invisible thorns, not to hurt others, but to protect themselves. They know well that behind a smile may be a blade, and behind concern may be a test. Past sincerity was once crushed without mercy, so they learned to forge pain into a shield and turn blood into armor. Outsiders see them as cold, forgetting that when they once cried for help, no one listened. People who live this solitary path are actually worth connecting with. Yet ironically, they don't like making friends. Either they carry the instinct of a wolf, or they have seen too much of human darkness, passed through the collapse of trust, and walked alone through their most desperate stages. They loathe power struggles, acting, and competition, and have no interest in relationships built on exploitation. If you don't possess similar depth, don't move too close. Your curiosity, calculations, or intentions are easily seen through from the start. Those who live a solitary life were not born loving loneliness. It's just that in the heaviest storm of their lives, no one ever held an umbrella for them. By the time they stand under the sun, light is no longer a blessing. It is simply something they have long been used to enduring on their own. Are you someone like that?